Can you guys hear me now? I've been talking to myself for like 3 minutes. I had to go find my hat, got a drink, got an ice cream sandwich, and I just been talking. And then realized my mic levels weren't moving. Hi, Mom. Come on. Uh, so, I'm here. All right. Let's get my life together real quick. We got 2 minutes. How's everybody doing today? Happy Monday, everyone. Monday, April 14th. Since we realized I rarely say, well, never said the date prior to last week or this week, so. Hello, hello. Let's turn on some monetize. Anybody looking for YouTube to watch the new episode of the podcast? Those will be up shortly after this live stream. So there's 2 episodes this week too. Sophie had an episode. Sophie had 10 and a half minutes with her, which was cool. I liked it. I asked her, she said put it up, so I put it up. So there's a 109.5. Drama. All right. 30 seconds. And then we'll get started. Oh. I can't hear anything. Okay, hold on, everybody. Like, you should be hearing it because the thing's moving. Playing for me, I have no idea. Like, none of it makes sense to me right now. Like, occasionally, like, I don't know. In theory, I don't need any sound today, like in my pockets. Um, Maybe this, like, we're just gonna wing this thing for a second. We're gonna figure it out. Hey, everybody, happy Monday Nooners. All right. Like, that's why I should have this computer on. All right. Hold on. We're just gonna Test. Hello. Okay, so at least that one works. Uh Monday, having a great day, great weekend, like great week, like a really weird week. Nothing like super crazy. Overall, fantastic. During the pre-show, I mentioned 2 episodes this week for Chasing the Whimsy. Me and Megan talked for like a lot longer than we planned, and then I talked to Sophie for a little bit. So Sophie has an episode out. Um, she called it Whimsy Flower. So there's a Whimsy Flower episode out there for 10.5 minutes. So she's fantastic. She's awesome. So those are out on Spotify, Apple right now, and then YouTube. They'll be up shortly after this live stream. So, um, oh, interesting. Like I'm curious to see what today sounds like, which is weird because I came in. I don't even know if I hear anything, but um, we'll get there when I think I got a scene. I didn't hear any of that. Why didn't I hear that? Where is my sound? Oh shoot! I know where it is. I know where it is. I do. I do. I do. Why does it do that? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, nailed it. Okay, I figured it out. Watch, we're gonna go back real quick. Second to hear it. Okay, watch, ready? What doesn't make any sense is most people have headphones, right? So it would pump into the headphones. But then I don't have headphones, so I have it set up for um, output and monitor. So like it goes out to you, and then I can monitor it every once in a while. And I don't understand what or why, but it defaults back to original settings. Like my microphone wasn't connected, and when I connected the microphone, it defaults the sound to the microphone speaker. So like there's a headphone jack here, and that's why I couldn't hear it. And I know this because it used to happen all the time. But this took me. I got there a lot faster than normal. So there we go. All right. Getting to know me. What have I been doing this week? I mentioned seconds ago. Decent. Like it really was a good week. Like, and it just got progressively better as we got into like yesterday, last night. Like it was just so much fun. Um, I doing pretty good, I think. So here is the comic. All right, so here is good. Oh, I should put webtoons on here. I should put webtoons on this, so that way people know you can find it on webtoons and all the other ones. All right, boom. That is a backseat of a car. That is a it's a little girl. It's a 4-year-old gnome. She's like, whoa, what does she notice? Uh, there's a sunroof. She's like, I'm just gonna drive outside. Look, I'm gonna hang, what? Then she's outside. Oh my gosh, look at all that. And then dad over here is like, you driving fast? Yeah, so fast. Uh, Sophie absolutely loves the random sunroof. Mom has one. Um, but yeah, every once in a while we go somewhere, she likes to peek out and say hi to everybody. Right? Well, thank you to Kit uh, for and like the beauty of these comics is like I don't even have to make them up, dude. I just like what cool thing did Sophie do this week? Boom, let's put it into 4 panels. So those are cool. There's some colored versions coming in the art book. I think after the art book gets released, um, I'll post them somewhere else too. All right. Um, I thought I moved this one back. Boom. I'm thinking, right? This is my creative process right now. I have an idea. The gears are working. I'm working on some things. Um, a lot of it stemming from like last week, 2 weeks ago, the Ben on Ben interview. Uh, the idea that there's going to be another one with a third Ben. And then if you listen to the episode from this morning, I'm going to try and create some kind of like weird, like ongoing series of like short, like bits, like a soap opera almost. Um, so working on that. I just had a thought right before I was setting up. I think this is growth, right? Because year one, I would like we're doing it tomorrow, but I'm sitting on it, prepare some stuff. But this one's going to totally be year three. I'm going to need some help with a nice, fun name of it. Some of your soap operas, All My Children, General Hospital, As the World Turns. Um, there's a couple of other ones, but we're going to come up with a cool name. I don't know if I didn't want Gnome in it or a Pocket. So we're going to work on some of those. Um, so we'll figure it out. But there's a project that I'm working on um, that has just like taken over. Like it's gonna be my big year three project, I think. So year one was just getting everything up and running, some live stream. We got the comic website, and then year two, it was more interviews, fixing the live streams a little bit, coming up with some better stuff. Um, and then year three, man, I think we're just gonna go multimedia. Where we got the comics going, we got some books coming, right? So um, we got my book coming at some point. Uh, realistically, there'll be a very small run, I think, pre June, because I think I did give one or two out for Fan Fusion, but we're going to use them a lot for November in year three. So uh, as soon as I can wrap my, I think what's interesting is there's going to be certain aspects of it that I want to keep secret until you guys see it, but at the same time, um, I've never watched a soap opera like at all in my life. I've watched a lot of other regular TV, but like I think it needs the only reason I keep saying soap opera is because um, those things are shot every day. Like those are dailies. So like the tropes are a little bit like crazy. The story structure is a little bit like loosey goosey sometimes. So as soon as I figure out some more stuff about my soap opera, I'll start inviting people in, help me with some stories, some ideas, get some names, and so. Um, but yeah, I'm just going crazy with it. It was like I'm thinking about it so much that I had to like I got an hour and a half conversation out of Megan with it because like that whole episode led right to like here's what I want to do. How do you do your process and like trying to figure it out. So it's interesting. It's a lot of fun. Uh, what else is going on? All right. So now, if you remember last week's fire, much bigger, more fire. Now, not so much. Um, work during the day is getting a little bit busier. Shipping and receiving is coming down a little bit. And then in theory, I'm getting a new person. So now I got training to do, which is, uh, it is weird that I do training. Like I can't complain. New person comes in, boom, I'm going to train you how to do overnight because Kelly can confirm that an overnight shipping and receiving is completely different than the rest of the day. Like the things that I can get away with and the things that we handle are like vastly different than like a day or more, like afternoon shift. So there's a little bit of training that has to be involved. Um, should I there's like a half question like, hey, shouldn't you be compensated for training because it's technically not my job, but whatever. But at the same time, I'm like, I'd rather do it so that way I can train it to. Now, here's the coolest thing about shipping and receiving training is the whole process of 11 to 7, right? Was basically like the okay. So my boss knows that from 11 to 7, everything should be is fine. There's no phone calls, but like I hated that entire shift. Like whatever happens during that shift, I was a part of like that consistency aspect of it. Kelly helped evolve it a couple times. Uh, Danielle, some people, Brady, um, create some policy change. But for the most part, the training that I'll be doing next week is the same training I basically did year one, year 8, and then just recently when Violet was still working there. So, um, it's not a big dumpster fire. It's just a little bit. It's getting smaller. Um, I just don't pay attention to it as much because I'm definitely having more fun on the creative side of things. Um, one slide I didn't put on here. Hold on. One of the slides I didn't put on there was yesterday, man. We had like a pre-field day for the birthdays. So we got to play a bunch of games. Sophie had a blast. JJ had a blast. I saw an epic game of Jenga. So in theory, like we thought this Jenga game was done, right? Like someone's gonna lose in the next 3 turns, and it went for like 18 more. And I have video of like a half an hour of this game. Like the idea that this Jenga game was for like half an hour after it already went for like the first like 20 turns. What else? Uh, just like overall, like no complaints, man. Work sucks, but it's work. So, uh, that's all I got for you guys. That's all I've been doing this week. Is just low profile and just thinking, creating. I'm gonna create this universe, um, and see if I can make some short. I don't know. It's so much fun. Uh, Obviously, I'll probably talk about it a couple more times, and I'll go a little bit deeper once I kind of structure everything what I'm looking for. Um, but go listen to 109 uh, if you want a full, like a fuller um, idea of what I'm trying to get at going into like July, August. Sophie's awesome. Mom's awesome. JJ's awesome. Mm. Liam had a good time on his trip. We won't hear from Liam for like, in theory, we could record because we got birthday games coming up on like the 27th. So Liam and I can record because on the 4th we're doing some Mother's Day stuff for you guys. The following week, the 11th. So we're gonna record it, and then you guys will have it for you on the 11th. So, yeah, it's a busy week. Like, I like it. Like, let's not like crazy. I very much enjoy knowing that I got some back-to-back stuff happening. So, what else is going on? Commercial?
Go check
No?
out Chasing the Whimsy, the podcast, available today on your favorite podcast platforms. Chasing the Whimsy, where a 40-year-old father and his 2 kids take a whimsical journey of fun stories and educating each other about their respective generation. Generation X squares off with Generation Z to try to connect and find an understanding between generations 30 plus years apart. They'll journey through the past and track their journey as they find out who they'll grow up to be. Again, that's Chasing the Whimsy, available today on Spotify, Apple Podcast, YouTube as well, and you can also find the show and learn more about the hosts at chasingthewhimsy.com. Chasing the Whimsy, ChasingTheWhimsy, Chasing the Whimsy, the podcast. Many episodes up for you to listen to already. Go stream, download, and subscribe today. You can also connect and follow on Twitter at Chase the Whimsy and on Instagram and TikTok at Chasing the Whimsy.
Hey, real quick. Mind Pockets didn't get copyrighted for the transition video. Like, it is so weird what the system is tracking that for 2 weeks in a row it's like copyright, revenue share, and then it doesn't track it yesterday. I don't know. Anyway, Pocket Watch. There's not a lot going. I watched some stuff, but we're back to some appointment TV. So there's some weeklies. I'm running out of um. Oh, I should have put him on here. All right, so I think the first slide, right? Okay, boom. Last of Us started last night. I'm gonna watch that. The Pit um ended. Series finale. I don't know what I was expecting from it. It wasn't bad. Like, the whole series is good. 15 episodes. It's done. It's over. If you're recording them and you're saving them, you can run through the last like 4 episodes that you have and then clear them out. Like, it was good. Like, the last 4 episodes were good, but it's like it's way up here, right? And then like the last episode has to come back down, right? I think I was okay with it. It wasn't the best finale, like season finale. Definitely not the best. Um, I think it made sense though, so I guess that's relevant. I watched G20. Was that Viola Davis? Okay, I would 100% support. Okay, so we've seen like a lot of these random male actors now taking on like action roles, right? I can't come up with an example right now. Who was the most recent one? Um, well, let me think. Uh, oh, like Bob Odenkirk. He does Nobody. Okay, right. I think he's a Better Call Saul guy. So what happens is like you get this guy who's like, okay, he could do drama, he could do comedy, whatever. But then you throw him in these weird action movies, and you're like, oh, that's super cool. I guess I get it. The girls, Peppermint with don't tell me her name. She married Ben Affleck, Jennifer Gardner. She did one a couple years ago where she kid dies, she goes disappears, she comes back as a fucking like, and she's shooting people all over. Like, I get it. This movie was sucked, man. I don't know why it was on most of my feeds. Um, and when I was looking for stuff to watch, like G20, this movie was garbage. Like, it was weirdly like, oh man, I don't even know. It's like $140, I think. Like, the idea and the premise is okay, but then the premise got a little bit too over the top. Oh man, I really wanted it to be good. Viola Davis did the best she could, I guess, but skip that. Um, who should be on this screen real quick? I fell down this rabbit hole for 2 days. Um, I was watching rock climbing. Some guy is a professional rock climber. His name's Magnus out of Norway. Yeah, Norway. Norwegians are from Norway, right? Yeah. So fell down his rabbit hole. He's just like climbing stuff and he's collabing. Weird. Absolutely loved it. So, um, but there are three things that have their own slide this week. They deserve it. Black Mirror came out. Um, 6 episodes. I think there's 6 episodes, maybe five. There's some callback. Uh, there's a like a cross, like a connection to like the Bandersnatch movie. The SS McAllister is also a callback from like season 4. Some of them are kind of like the stories are really good, um, but like some of that shock factor is missing, or they're just like too much way over the top. I don't know, but there's one called Eulogy that has a Paul Giamatti on it. Super super good. Okay, so Truman Show simulation, whatever it is. Okay, the universe is trying to talk to me. So Eulogy, real quick. I'm gonna just give you a quick synopsis of this episode. Right, so it's one episode. It's an hour long. Paul Giamatti, he's just like he's older. He's an older guy, right? Gets a letter that says, "Hey, Joanne died. Do you want to submit anything for eulogy?" And he's like, "I haven't talked to Joanne in like 25 years." He's like, "Why would anybody ask me?" So the Black Mirror twist to it is he receives a package, and um, basically what happens is you connect a little thing to your brain, and as you think of memories of Joanne from 25 years ago, it starts to record those memories, and then those memories are going to be used at the eulogy. Okay. All right. So here's the interesting thing about this episode, right? Why did Paul Giamatti stop talking to Joanne 25 years ago? Right? Good or bad, right? So he's like, oh yeah, I'm talking to her. And then so there's a roller coaster of emotions there. And then it gets to the point where he starts to like realize what really happened, and then like having to like grapple with like the reality of why stuff with him and Joanne didn't work out. So like okay, so now that okay, we've seen that movie before. This is just like a little bit more crazy. But man, it's like crazy in my face right now because I'm taking this nostalgia tour, right? So now I'm just like, oh my god, I'm actively going back trying to look at like old Bens and old things, and then like there's the reality of like I'm going to have a conversation with somebody in which I'm like, I was a monster here. This is why this didn't work out, and this is why this relationship didn't work out. And then it's like, it's interesting because the nostalgia tour like seems like fun, but again, the reality is there like uh, there's going to be stuff in there that one don't want to admit. Probably like, do I release it? Do I not release it? And I think I have to a certain extent. But like, it's really interesting. Like, it's on Netflix. Um, if any of them was going to win an award this year, um, it'd be Eulogy. Take a look at it. You don't need to know anything about the series. They're just one-off episodes, so there's no connection to any of the other 6 seasons. But if you're interested, hit Netflix, check out Eulogy. It's super interesting, um, and it just fun that while I'm in the beginnings of my nostalgia tour, they're like, hey, check out how this is going to affect you. You're gonna see and remember some shit you don't want to. Um, I don't want to spoil the ending, but I think it's going to be okay. I'm going to continue my journey on the nostalgia tour. So Black Mirror gets a page today because eulogy. If we didn't see eulogy, it would have been on the other screen. It would have been like, yeah, I watched it. What else? Season 4. Absolutely, holy cow! All right, Gene Smart, and I don't know the other lady's name. Hannah, Hannah somebody. I suck at names. Like clearly, whatever happens with this show, like, it's not going to be like talking to celebrities because they're going to be like, all right, Ben, we want to give you the late night show. Like, Colbert is going to retire. We want to give it to you, Ben. And they'll be like, oh, wait, you can't because you can't read people's names. Um, season one was really good. Seasons two, season three, Gene Smart wins Best Actress. Last year, season three wins Best Comedy Series. Season three ends on a cliffhanger. Season four comes out fucking with a banger. Um, 2 episode premiere. Like, I'm telling you, uh, somebody's watching me because I totally called this thing months ago. 2 episode premiere, killing it. They're 20-minute episodes. They're in and out. They're super fun. I think it can be more like 10 or 8 um, each season. I think it's like 10-10. I think one of the seasons has a small, like 8 or 9. But there's like 30 episodes. Like, it's 15 hours. Isn't that? Like, you fast, got it. You get it done in 2.5 days. You get it done through the weekend. But Hack season 4 started off with a bang. James Smart wins it again. I don't know how many three-peats we see in Oscar or award winnings. Luis Dreyfus. What's Dreyfus's name? Luis Dreyfus. Julie Louise Dreyfus. She three-peated for Veep. I think Bryan Cranston three-peated for Breaking Bad. I can't think of a lot of others that three-peat in TV um, for awards. Gene Smart, I think, does it. She's doing some cool stuff again this year. The last one uh, is my friends and or yeah, your friends and neighbors. John Hamm. I went back and watched Mad Men well after its original run. Interesting, decent show. Um, I see him on a couple of other things. He hits SNL every once in a while for some cameos. He's a funny, good-looking guy. And I'd say over the last 3 years, I'm more and more a John Hamm fan. John Hamm fan. Man, he's tall, good-looking guy. Like, he controls a room when he talks. So uh, this show trailer, I think last week we show loses his job. He's like, I'm gonna start petty thefting, try to make some ends meet. It's like his midlife crisis. 2 episode premiere on Apple. Good. I think we're going to enjoy it. Um, the dialogue is fantastic. Whoever wrote this thing, um, like I'll when it gets to the end of the season, I'll fucking shout out the writers. Super like written really well. The dialogue is really cool. Real easy to follow. It's not too complicated. It's good times. Um, so those are my 3 shows. Check out Eulogy. Please catch up on Hacks. And your friends and neighbors just started. So it's going to be a weekly so you can drag your feet for a minute, but don't make sure you come back to it because it's that good. And then, all right, that is a blank screen. Just a blank screen. That's why there's a blank screen. Wait, no, it's not. Hold on. That was just a blank screen. Something else was supposed to go there. No worries. All right, what's in my pocket? All right, so here's something interesting. This is the heart of the entire week, and of all the stuff that we put together for at Whimsy, right, content wise for the entire week. This is the one spot of the entire production of everything that I do that fucking bothers me the most. Um, I could come up with another segment, but then I'm just struggling to find like what am I doing and what's on TV. Like those, they write themselves. Like it's super easy. Like I'm a hack, right? So I get what's in my pocket, and I'm like, all right, let's uh, introduce you to something. And I was like, and they're fun. Like we had the Tetris stuff. Uh, we did Roseanne in TV Moms. We did some Emmy stuff. Like I absolutely like this is one of my favorite bits of all of the stuff that we do. But man, it is the most pain in the ass one to do because then it's like uh, I have to research a bunch of stuff. If it's a like, it's crazy. Um, so then, all right, it's like now it's like it's so weird. We're gonna do it probably for. I got one today on Kevin Smith. I got one on 90210. I was gonna play that one today for like shout out nod to mom, but I think the Kevin Smith one actually is relevant to what's happening with this particular segment. Um, like it's interesting. Like it was so funny. Okay, so like okay, remember when I did the backrooms? Boom, AI generated the script, and then AI generated my voice, and then all I had to do was drop in some pictures of it, right? Right. So I found this website. Holy cow, no joke. I type in the description of like uh, the 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 AI prompt that I would use to get the script. I use the same AI prompt in this other site. And then what's really fucking cool about it is it made me a 12-page PowerPoint presentation. Okay, a couple of things. Like one, I don't feel bad. I'm not going to apologize for it. Yeah, I AI generated the crap out of this whole bit for the next like 2 weeks. What's interesting is one, it's a new tool. It's not something I'm going to lean into all day, but it's new. I'm going to try it out. It's interesting. Um, but every once in a while um, on YouTube, I watched a bunch of house videos, right? The best of house. The problem is once you've watched all of those videos, like the algorithm has like, let's find something else for you to watch, and it starts pulling some of these other randos that don't have a lot of like views or subscription subs. So when you listen to them, hardcore AI, slightly better than what I have here, but you can tell it's real like um, like semi rushed. This one isn't as rushed. Um, I did have to put a little bit of time into it, but I don't know. It's interesting. It is interesting just to see what kind of tools are available. We'll see. Okay, we're gonna let go. I'm not gonna apologize for any of it. I absolutely love the idea of this thing. I just know that I just don't want to lean into it um, too much. Okay, so let's do.
Kevin Smith.
Okay, where's the pause button on that? Is there a pause button? We will see.
Kevin Smith.
Okay. All right. So normally, okay, just like every other random discussion, what's in my pocket, right? It's literally just this, but instead of me putting it all together, I typed a few sentences, formatted it. Uh, to be fair, I did have to do a lot of stuff on the back end of this thing, but uh, take a look, enjoy. Let me know what you guys think. It's about 4 minutes, I think. There we go.
A fun look at the films and impact of a true indie film pioneer.
In this presentation, we explore the filmography of Kevin Smith, his unique storytelling style, and his contributions to independent cinema. Kevin Smith's films, Clerks and its impact. Kevin Smith's debut film, Clerks, is a landmark in indie cinema. Shot on a shoestring budget, it tells the relatable story of two convenience store clerks. The film's witty dialogue, cultural references, and realistic depiction of everyday life resonated with audiences, making it a cult classic and showcasing that you don't need a big budget to create impactful cinema. Mallrats and character development. Mallrats further established Kevin Smith's signature style, blending humor and heartfelt moments. It explores teenage angst and romance, focusing on the lives of two slackers wandering a mall. The film's memorable characters and their quirky interactions provide a deep dive into the struggles of adolescence, showcasing Smith's talent for character development and witty dialogue. Chasing Amy and relationships. Chasing Amy is a prime example of Kevin Smith's ability to blend comedy with deeper themes. This film explores the complexities of relationships, specifically focusing on love, sexuality, and friendship. Through the story of a comic book artist falling for a woman who identifies as a lesbian, Smith challenges societal norms and explores the nature of desire and human connection. The film's honest dialogue and emotional depth resonate with audiences, making it both entertaining and thought-provoking. Indie film pioneer. DIY filmmaking approach. Kevin Smith's career is a testament to the DIY ethic in filmmaking. He started with minimal resources, using his own credit cards to finance Clerks. This grassroots approach has inspired countless filmmakers to take control of their projects without relying on big studios. Smith's early success demonstrated that passion and creativity could prevail over financial limitations in the film industry. Influence on independent cinema. Smith's impact on independent cinema is profound. He opened doors for a new generation of filmmakers by showing that relatable stories could find wide audiences outside of traditional Hollywood. His characters often reflect the everyday lives of young adults, blending humor and drama in a way that feels authentic. This relatability has paved the way for many indie films that followed. Cult following and community engagement. Kevin Smith enjoys a devoted fan base, often engaging directly with his audience through Q&A sessions and social media. His authenticity and willingness to share personal stories create a sense of community among fans. Smith actively participates in conventions and podcasts, fostering a unique connection that few filmmakers achieve. This engagement helps build a loyal following that supports his work and celebrates the indie film scene. Conclusions. Kevin Smith has significantly shaped the landscape of indie filmmaking. By creating relatable stories and fostering community engagement, he has inspired aspiring filmmakers to pursue their passions. His legacy continues to influence the industry and encourages a new generation to explore their creativity without constraints.
Like, okay, obviously there's some things I'd probably change, but it is one. I think the Kevin Smith one was appropriate today because he did everything by himself on budget and with whatever tools he had. Is like uh, when we like when we talk about like the influences of Whimsy, like there has to be an acknowledgement of Kevin Smith. Like the idea that he made his first movie for $24,000, all on credit cards. He sold his comic book collection, sold a couple of cars, but like he's just doing him, man. And uh, he eventually finds his little niche of the internet, his little corner of the internet. I absolutely love the guy. And it's interesting that he just does what he wants to do. Um, the presentation, so oh, I don't expect you guys to read all that, but I left it kind of as is because that was the PowerPoint that the website gave me. So in theory, I could just take all that dialogue and just do the voiceover and then just run more clips, like more pictures and stuff um, of clerks and chasing Amy, right? So, like, you don't need to be reading anything on the screen. I could use more visuals, but it is it is crazy what I could do and like. Okay, so I got to play within my means, right? This reason part of it is so it's like, oh hey, Jack does um, short form videos, right? So like, do I hire Jack to be like, hey Jack, I need like build me a 10-minute segment at the back of Nooners, and then he goes on and he finds like whatever random rabbit hole he falls down. He does a PowerPoint presentation, does some voiceover work for it, and then what? Do I have to pay that guy? Like he's if he start from scratch, comes up with the idea of voiceovers, makes the PowerPoint, and he spends 3 hours on the thing. Do I have to pay the guy six like I don't know 45, $60? Like, does he work for $15 an hour? And I mean, obviously he would add more value to other projects and stuff, but we're not there yet, right? Like I don't need to hire like a hard camera person or to create that content. So now I just need to give somebody like $20, be like, boom, here's my topic. AI generate the PowerPoint, AI the voice, and then you finish putting the rest of it together, and you can like it probably uh, it took me probably a little longer than an hour. Right, it took me like almost an hour and a half to put it all together because there are there's a bunch of different formats, and I'm trying to sync everything up. So, but the next one isn't like I have a 90210 like the history of 90210 and the importance of it in the 90s and what it did for Fox. So like, oh, I think it's interesting what tools are out there. Um, but like this is in its infancy. We get some feedback, and you're like, get rid of the black. Like, can we get something a little bit more lively? But like, boom, we changed the background. You're like, get rid of all the because like get rid of all the words, more pictures, more slideshow stuff. My boom, we can ease like it's easy to do. Um, what's nice is it's all something I could do without audio, and I could do um, like on my breaks or at work. I can put that show together, right? As opposed to like, oh, now I have to do an AI. Like I need to do some voice work. Now I got to wait for like, do I do it the 2 hours before work when I'm sleeping, or do I do it 2 hours after work when I'm sleeping? Or do I just try to cram it all in on Sunday night and I fall asleep? For whatever reason, I fall asleep in the shower every Sunday now. Like that's all I do. I got home, worked on it a little bit, boom, fell asleep. I wake up, I'm like, it's 7 o'clock. um, it's interesting. I don't know if I'm going to play with some voices. I don't know if I like the male voice. Um, and it's a little bit lower in uh, the voice range, and I slowed down the speech a little bit. If I kept it at a slightly higher pitch and slightly faster talk, this thing would have been done in like 2.5 minutes, but I needed it a little bit longer. What is interesting now is this opens it up for like uh, like listener submissions. Kelly's like, I found this, like I'm interested in this. She's like, boom, and then I can like with some of these extra tools read all this stuff, and then I can spend more time researching. Like it's the the tools are there to help, and I appreciate it. They're free. I think they're free. I didn't put a credit card on anything. Like, why wouldn't like I know that we all love Ben's like random like hack job of a presentation, but this wasn't bad. Like this isn't any worse or any better than some of the other stuff I've done in the past. It literally is almost like I'm trying to think. What was it? Bobby Fischer. Like it really isn't that much different than what I did with Bobby Fischer. Do I? Oh, I wish I had Bobby Fischer pulled up. I don't even know where that one is. I couldn't even find that if I wanted to. But it was the same thing, right? It was the early days of Bobby Fischer, and then I stumble over myself. I can barely read. I'm trying to read my notes. I got dates that I'm just like half guessing at. Um, so like there's a certain Benism that we like, in that the guy can't read and he fumbles his way through it. But there's also something nice about and like just a nice structured looking presentation. So I'm gonna I think I got I wrote I did four at random. I don't even know what the other two were. I'm gonna play with it a little bit. We're gonna tweak it some. I'm gonna play with the voice a little bit because I don't know. I really don't know if I like that guy's voice. Like it screams AI, 100%. I need to find one that's a little bit more like that could be somebody he hired, and that's kind of like what I'm hoping for. Because if you're on YouTube and you're scrolling through stuff, like you know which one's an AI voice, like you could tell. And so we're gonna play with it a little bit. But a huge shout out to Kevin Smith, man. He did inspire a generation of filmmaker. He does a lot of podcasting, so he inspired a generation of podcasters of just do it because you enjoy it and don't worry don't worry about all the expensive stuff. He's like you could do a bunch of like you really could do a bunch of shit on a budget. And it's like, well, you're cheating, Ben, because you used AI. Absolutely, because I don't got money to hire anybody to do the rest. And here's like the shittiest thing about the whole thing. Okay, if I hired Joe or Jack, I think I used Jack earlier. If I hired Jack to create a 5-minute video about Kevin Smith, I 100% know for a fact that he's gonna AI generate something. Like he's like I can't hire Joe and be like, Joe, no AI. I need you to spend hours researching it on the internet and put it together. Like it's never gonna happen. This example is just clearly just fucking spewed, like it's just dripping with AI. But it's roughly the same thing I would have got if I hired or if I had somebody on the team. Like he does like Jack doesn't know anything about Kevin Smith. He just likes hanging out. And he's just so what's interesting is what like now I can like I can totally go online now and be like, hey, I do video presentations. Like give me a week and fucking $75 and I'll get something to you by the end of the week. It'll take me an hour and a half. Like that's how big the hustle is right now. That's what absolutely bothers me. Uh, the current state of AI freelancers, like just the false information of like how hard any of this stuff is to do because it's not that it really isn't that hard. There's a little bit of time. I don't know much about computers, and I got like the beauty of it is I'm on OBS. I put this presentation together. I got cameras, multiple thingy things. Like I got no degree, right? So I just like it. So we'll see what happens moving forward. I like it as a tool. Um, that'll keep me in the direction of like because like there's a bunch of topics I don't know anything about. But if they can give me a presentation and be like, here are the 3 things you should talk about said topic, then it gives me at least a direction to start looking at. So um, this one is clear. It's very clear. There's 2 AI aspects to it: the presentation and the voice. We're gonna clean it up. We're gonna play with it a little bit. We're gonna whimsify the crap out of this thing. Um, so that's all we got for you guys. I think we're done. Let's not break it. Okay. Where's the rest of it? Boom.
Hey there, Whimsy fans! We wanted to take a moment away from the fun to express how much your support and contributions mean to us. If you're liking what you're hearing from us so far, we'd like to invite you to show us some love on our new Patreon. Starting at just $1 a week, you can help us keep the whimsy coming. That's not just our podcast, but live streams and new projects on the horizon as well. All members get special shout out during our live streams. If you're comfortable giving a little more, please take a look at our gift tier. These gifts are hand-picked by the Whimsy crew to bring more curiosity, fun, and whimsy to you as thanks for your support. Every little bit counts, and whether you support us by listening and subscribing to our podcasts, holding court on our lives, or subscribing to our Patreon, thank you for helping us keep the magic alive and the mics on. You can find our Patreon at patreon.com/chasingthewhimsy, or follow the link on our YouTube channel at Chasing the Whimsy. Thank you again for all the support. Whimsy!
Nikki, Andy, Nikki, your family, Megan, your family, Joyce Ann, Ender Froggy, C1, Gooster, Violet, my dad, Courtney, and Kit. Thank you guys for the Patreon subscriptions. Patreon.com/chasing the whimsy. Thank you guys. Helps keep me motivated. It helps pay for some the artwork. Gives us a little extra to play around with. I appreciate any of the support. So, hey, totally get you can't handle the $4 or the $10 a month. Not that big of a deal. At least sign up for the free. A lot of cool, like a lot of stuff coming up. Probably the 1st of May. If not this week, we'll see. I gotta get some ballots. I need some votes. We got a big episode coming up in July. You can show your support by lending me your opinions and your votes for different categories of stuff. Patreon.com/chasing the whimsy. But at the same time, we're also giving back to our community a little bit. We're raising some money for the holidays. We got a goal of $500 because Chasing the Whimsy is going to donate to a school, low income family school. But why not give back a little bit more where we can? Like, we're asking for your Patreon money. Boom, we're also going to use it to help give it back. So not only are you helping us, but you're helping some kids. We appreciate anything you guys have. So the number did really well. Joyce Ann, thank you very much for your little extra that you donated. We appreciate you. A lot of interesting ideas coming up before the end of the year. We got cons. We got some cool merch coming. We got art books coming. Somewhere, I don't know what or when, there might be exclusive content on the Patreon. So get in while you can. And let's have some fun. That's all I got for you guys. Look at that, 2 minutes. I think that's everything. Nailed it. That's all I got for you guys. Happy Monday. We got Easter next week. Yes. Mother's Day's coming up. We got birthday games coming up. There's so much stuff coming up. Like, it is fucking crazy. So catch up while you can, man, because we're just gonna be pumping out all kinds of cool new stuff coming soon. But you guys have a good night, good week, and we'll see you guys on Saturday. Whimsy.